Hello everybody and welcome back to the Analytical Line. I'm Penn State scout Josh Davis, and today I'm going to be trying to answer the question, who is the best quarterback in college football? Some guys might be in an easier conference, have an easier schedule, or better weapons surrounding him. Do stats matter more than winning games? Does the Heisman Trophy matter anymore, with the past two winners going 10-3 and 9-4? My top quarterback for this year is Drew Aller. Yes, he's the guy that I've seen the most, but the majority of people have only seen him play on the biggest stages, and they say, oh, he always chokes when it matters. Then you must have not watched him make some incredible plays against USC, Oregon, Minnesota, or Boise State. He made mistakes against Ohio State and Notre Dame, mistakes that, as a quarterback, likely lost Penn State those games, but were those not the two teams in the national championship last year? Also, is Aller the only quarterback that has such high standards that when he loses a game, we discredit everything else he's done? How did Arch Manning do in big games last year? How did Cade Klubnik do in big games last year? How about Garrett Nussmeier, or Nico Iamaleava, or Luke Altmaier, or Lenora Sellers, or DJ Lagway? What have those guys done in big games? All the returning quarterbacks in college football this year are returning because they aren't ready for the league. They have more to accomplish in college football, haven't yet reached their potential or accomplished their goals. I expect all of them to take some sort of jump in their performance. They'll have another year of experience under their belt, more time with their teammates and coaches, more time in the weight room and film room. For Aller, the Penn State wide receiver room was so one-dimensional last year that Tyler Warren was the only receiver to catch a ball against Notre Dame. This offseason, James Franklin and Andy Kotelnicki nabbed three of the best wide receivers in the transfer portal, along with improving the offensive line. People tend to forget that just until last year, Penn State had been cranking out NFL receiver talent at a rate consistent with the other elites of college football. If Drew Aller can make the top four with what he had last year, imagine what he can do with his new weapons. Now you can start to understand the hype, right? Klubnik will likely lead the country in passing yards this season, aided by a weak schedule and a pass-focused offense, but he won't be graded by his numbers. He'll be graded on whether or not he wins playoff games. Week 1, Texas at Ohio State, LSU at Clemson. Between Arch Manning, Julian Sayin, Garrett Nussmeier, and Cade Klubnik, whoever wins those two games will be in a fantastic spot and likely be placed atop Heisman leaderboards. However, whoever loses one game right out of the gate, fans will clamor about how they can't win big games and how their season and career is finished, despite the fact that they will have 11 more weeks to rebound and improve and fight for a playoff spot. I would say that if Ohio State wins in Week 1, they could lose every big game the rest of the season to Penn State and Michigan, go 10-2, and still be right there in the thick of the playoffs. For almost any top team, if you went 1-2 against top 10 teams in a season, that would be a success. At a rare few programs, the expectations are raised higher than that. Texas fans hoping they have the next Vince Young, Clemson fans the next Deshaun Watson, LSU fans the next Joe Burrow. The issue with Penn State is that they're comparing Drew Aller to Trace McSorley. Aller's going into his senior season, and he's already accomplished more than McSorley did. From here on out, it's rarefied air. And what's really cool is that McSorley just signed on as his new assistant QB coach, and so if he has any epiphanic wisdom of winning big games to bestow upon Drew, then that might be the final key to the puzzle unlocking Aller's limelight potential. My point is that every returning quarterback is going to be better. In some cases, they're going to be a lot better. To squabble over numbers and schedules and try to figure out who has the easiest path, it's all moot to me. I haven't even mentioned names like Sam Levitt, Dylan Raiola, and Haynes King, and yet those are guys bound to put up staggering numbers this upcoming season. I'm worried about winning football games, and no matter how much you want to make football about one guy, you just can't. How many NFL analysts would tell you Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in the league, yet his team just won the Super Bowl? How many analysts would tell you Will Howard was a top 5 quarterback in college football last year, despite Ohio State winning the national championship? I might even go out on a limb and say, in order to put up the best numbers and win the Heisman Trophy, you have to sacrifice your team to win the personal award. So I say all this to say, the best quarterback doesn't matter. The best team does. College football is back on August 23rd, and may the best team win. We're a month away, everybody, so I can't wait. I'll see you in Beaver Stadium a week after that on August 30th against Nevada. Thank you all for watching, and as always, go Nittany Lions.